8BitMan made his way here. And actually, I was able to interview him at the Big House
okay.
after he got a big upset victory. And it was a great interview, great guy. So I'm excited to see how he does against some of the Midwest best here.
That's going to be fantastic, especially since he's teaming with DarkShad. 8BitMan, I do believe, has never teamed with DJ Jack. So this is something that I'm new. Like, I've never seen this before, and this is going to be fantastic to watch because seeing Rob and Ryu, it's going to be quite interesting, especially since 8BitMan is so good at controlling the stage with his projectiles.
I could definitely see it as almost a similar thing as Locust, or excuse me, not Locust, as 6WX and Mistake, where DarkShad just basically stays grounded and sends everything up to 8BitMan with his Rob to kill with up air, to kill with neutral, or stuff like that. So it's definitely possible to see that. We're definitely going to see from JJ and SbF, we're going to see JD Kong and Luigi. That is the team they always go with. And they've actually had great results. I believe at CEO last year, they got like top 8 or like they finished 9th, very close.
Fantastic.
Yeah, these guys are really, really great. And SbF always improving, finally breaking into the the top 15 of Chicago. And JJ always a threat. So I'm excited to see how we start off here on Smashville.
And both teams already kind of feeling each other out, trying to regain stage control. Both the teams doing a pretty good job, though, fighting for it.
I mean, that's the one thing that's always interesting in doubles is to see how each team tries to assert themselves in the center of the stage, to see what their strategy is. We saw in the Samsora Locust 6WX Mistake match that in Game 1, it was all about 6WX and Mistake controlling everything.
Controlling the air and the ground, yes.
As soon as Samsora Locust got back-to-back and started supporting each other, it was a completely different set, and they ended up taking it. In this situation, looks like
oh my goodness, gets
Angel,
the banana to down throw. Down air, sorry. Oh my gosh.
Shout-outs to Angel Cortez and the Angel drop. Yeah, that is something that JJ used to great effect. He actually beat Como Rikiri at Little Big House 2 with that move.
Make it back. Oh my goodness, and unfortunate SD, he almost died at 30% because of that.
Yeah. The drag down is something that SbF is just so insanely good at. And he was willing to sacrifice himself there, but wasn't quite able to finish it off.
Yeah, he was trying to snipe him, but DarkShad holding on to still 3 stocks right now with Rage. Very scary position to be around Ryu at this percent.
And I'm liking what JJ did there. He knew that DarkShad would take a while to recover. He knew that he was likely going to recover, but it was going to take a while. So instead, he went over and supported SbF versus 8BitMan to prevent any sort of stage get-up shenanigans. Great stuff there. As soon as DarkShad got back, then you go back and focus him. But that's a great knowledge of team strategy, is to be like, hey, he's away, so let's 2v1 this guy for a little while.
Blue team having a really good control right now over the neutral, doing a lot better than they were at the very beginning of the match. Ooh, gets the full focus through the shield, but unfortunately unable to convert off of it. His partner right there protecting him.
That's the name of the game is partner support. Sometimes it's offense, sometimes it's defense, but you got to be on point.
You have to be around them too. That's why it's never always good to be in a 1v1 situation in doubles. You have a teammate, take advantage for a reason, right?
Exactly, and that's one thing that a lot of players do is like, oh hey, like I'm good, you're good, let's team together. But they don't have any synergy, and so they try and break into these 2 1v1s. But the more established team doesn't let that happen. They stay close to each other. And they're able to win because of that, because the 2 individually talented players have no way to get around the offense. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, and gets the up air stage spike, but then immediately gets stage spiked himself. SbF always there.
Off. Yeah, SbF, great wherewithal there to, even though he was in a bad spot, to avenge his teammate immediately. But now we're all 1 stock apiece, everyone, pretty much the same percentage. So it's really, it's like going into halftime 0-0. Like, just come out and do your best and reestablish those strategies you used earlier in the game.
But the amount of pressure that red team's providing now on blue team, DarkShad unfortunately losing his last stock. SbF doing a fantastic job at making sure DarkShad felt pressured on the platform there and taking as much percent as he could.
And he went for another angel drop there, and actually he bounced. JJ monkey flipped onto his partner, bounced off, and SbF was able to get the trip down tilt into almost a up smash there, just barely missed. 8BitMan fighting for his life here.
Just trying to space everyone off of him. Oh, that could have been the back throw.
He thought about the back throw, I'm sure, but what he really wanted to do was to try and get grab release into Shoryuken, but SbF unfortunately was dealing with the top, not able to get there in time, so now they have to try and get another setup.
8BitMan didn't get punished for doing that side B in the neutral too, so that was pretty interesting to see.
Now he'll just back throw. Or that, okay.
They did it for the show. They did it for the show. I was waiting for like 2 back throws, but they're like, no, we got this, we got this.
Well, the first Rob's pretty heavy. Like he's a giant metal robot, so I can understand not going with the back throw just in case it didn't kill. But you know that one, yeah, that was just be like, hey, come over here and finish this guy off, okay? Okay. And Midwest getting loud for their boys. Obviously, everyone wants the Chicago homeboys of JJ and SbF to win.
We are on your turf now.
Yeah, and Vicky, you've never been to the Midwest, so you don't know how hype we get for our boys.
I really don't. This is my first time, and so far, I'm loving it. Everyone is so welcoming, honestly.
Yeah. We're welcoming until you threaten our Midwest boys.
Oh gosh.
Like it's very regional. Like I mean, you watched Frostbite at home. You know how loud we get in the crowd there. And yeah, Midwest Mayhem is no exception. There's a reason we call it Mayhem, because it gets a little crazy here sometimes. If JJ and SbF are able to move on and get the win here, and then maybe an upset later, it'll pop in here. So they have to finish them off here on Town and City. Not let it go to a Game 3, but I definitely think that they can do it. Here we go. What do you think adjustments that blue team needs to make?
I want to see them constantly convert off of each other. That's one thing that I'm really not seeing, especially out of 8BitMan's projectiles. I'm not seeing DarkShad take advantage of the stun that they provide into True Shoryuken. Also, it was unfortunate, but 8BitMan also died relatively early, as well as DarkShad, around the ledge. JJROCKETS doing a fantastic job at putting so much ledge pressure on their team that they were just unable to deal with it the first game.
And now we actually see an early kill, Town and City coming into play, that Shoryuken kill SbF at a very, very early percent.
Oh my goodness, but him retaliating back. He was like, I have a Shoryuken too. Do you want to see?
He's like, who? I think mine's a little bit better in that situation.
Shoryu who?
Yeah.
Shoryu who?
Shout outs to Shell for giving me that one. Oh, and great team combos, knowing that, hey, DarkShad, Ryu slowed DarkShad's off on the thing. Let's get together and kick this guy's butt while we have the chance.
And JJROCKETS always there for his team partner whenever he sees he's in a rut.
But DarkShad now 2 for 2 in killing SbF with Shoryukens. Red team doing an excellent job just establishing themselves, planting their feet in the middle of the stage and saying, no, you move.
DarkShad being right in the middle of red team. Really bad position, taking so much percent after just losing his first stock.
And I think this has a lot to do with sort of what I was mentioning earlier, with the 2 very talented people in the singular in singles with DarkShad and 8-Bit.
Oh my goodness,
wow,
that focus
insane.
attack just hit both of them. Such a large hitbox for that move, and taking JJROCKETS' stock. His first stock.
And actually, great DI there from SbF to avoid the up air death. But to what I was saying before is that DarkShad and 8BitMan would probably be considered, stronger players than JJ and SbF, but because JJ and SbF have such great team chemistry, they're keeping it extremely close, even though they're going up against people that may be, typically considered better. And
that was a synergy kill that I was talking about earlier between 8BitMan and DarkShad. That was what took SbF's last stock, where he had to share stock with JJROCKETS, and a little bit more of that, and I feel like the team could be more solidified.
Yeah, and that's as the tournament went on, as the game goes on, their synergy is increasing. But, at the start, they just seemed very haphazard in their follow-ups. And so, as you mentioned at the top of this game, what they need to do is get more team combos, and we're definitely seeing that. So, good adjustments here from blue team to put red team in the back-to-the-wall position here in Game 2.
Great punish from DarkShad there, protecting his team partner right after he got hit. And with double True Shoryuken, that is going to be blue team's favor.
So there was this thing that was going around on the internet and the FGC forums for a while. It was like the Ken flowchart, and it always was like, throw a Hadouken. Did it hit? Okay, advance. And then eventually it all ended up into, did it hit? No, yes, didn't matter. It was always, the answer was Shoryuken.
Shoryuken.
And that's basically what happened. DarkShad's like, Shoryuken, I missed? Whatever, Shoryuken, and it worked.
He did a really good job at covering their landings. He noticed that they were going to try to go for the platform to stay safe, and he just covered it completely. And he managed to get the True Shoryuken on the opponent that was hitting 8BitMan off the stage, and was able to capitalize off of it.
And that was basically like the one mistake that SbF made at the end there, was that he went for a too committal of an option, and Ryu was literally breathing down his neck. As soon as you do something that has enough lag to make it punishable, you've messed up when you have Ryu, again, literally ready to scoop you up with the steam shovel Shoryuken.
You have to be really aware of what percent you're at if you're going to commit to something in front of Ryu and that you're going to get hit for, especially in doubles when if your partner's not around to help you get out of that lag. you're going to be taking a fist to the face pretty easily. So roughly look around between the percentage of 55% to 60. You do not want to be doing anything laggy in front of Ryu around that percent, especially if he has rage.
Yep, and that's one thing that that leads me into liking a lot the Battlefield pick, is that these guys can be...
Oh, DarkShad just answering straight with a down air. Oh my goodness, blue team looking so dominant. DarkShad with that taunt.
Yeah, SbF tried to go out and save JJ there, but found himself too low, got into a bad spot, and was not able to bring it back up. So they're at an early deficit, 30 seconds into the match. Let's see if they can bring it back here going into the rest of the pick on Battlefield. The reason I said that I like this is that they could throw out a few more committal options, because the larger blast zones mean they can live a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter when you just throw away stocks like you do in the beginning of the match.
And the platforms do allow you for more mobility options to help you get around easier, just in case your partner is kind of stuck. Now red team just not letting the shift of momentum get to them, already retaliating back, taking DarkShad's first stock.
Yeah, blue team here, the one thing that they're doing really well, I think, is that they are covering each other's, lag moves and also separating red team.
Oh my
and what goodness!
A save! SbF saving his team partner, JJROCKETS.
Because he got spiked down to Hades there, but SbF just like an angel coming from the depths and bringing JJ back up into the light.
SbF was like a tornado. He was shift him up. 8BitMan staying first in line here, holding on to 3 stocks. He does not want DarkShad to be put in any vulnerable position. That is his kill partner right there. DarkShad does have the potential to take out stocks a lot easier.
And 8BitMan actually had the read there on JJ's decision to roll forward, but he was just mistimed a little bit and then got punished himself for it. So, oh wow, and the top is going to end up taking that KO. All right, well, they had it equal for, a few moments. No longer, though. SbF and JJ are going to have to try and do more. Oh, try and do more to even this up.
Yeah, I did see SbF try to go for that on the left side of the stage. Unfortunately, he had missed, but he was like, you know what? Second time's a charm, right?
JJ trying to go for the edge guard here. They got to be careful. The offstage has cost them pretty dearly so far in this match. Oh, SbF barely making it back. They have found themselves trapped here on this edge.
So much pressure 8BitMan's doing on the ledge to the left there. If they had gotten hit by gyro, 8BitMan does have what you call the 8BitMan setup into up smash.
And a good shield there from SbF to get a punish and now an edge guard possibility on 8BitMan. But Chad ends up getting over to help his partner, put up a wall between him and the ledge.
8BitMan just behind DarkShad, covering his partner in case he commits to anything unsafe.
And red team here finds themselves, again, very, very trapped on this ledge. They have no way to get back, and now it is all going to be up to SbF. That is one way to start doing it. He cannot commit to anything with Ryu around.
There's that 8BitMan setup into gyro and up smash.
Yeah, those gyro setups first really popularized by Mr. Eric doing it on the Big House 5 stream. That's when everybody's like, holy crap, Rob can do this. But really, the tech was pioneered by 8BitMan.
That was a really strong end there.
Yeah, they brought it all the way back from losing game 1.
They brought it all the way back. Unfortunately for the other team, what happened the first 30 seconds of the game?
Bad news bears.
I understand what SbF was doing. He was trying to recover. He was trying to help his teammate and then recover back, but unfortunately, it cost them both the stocks. Don't think it was worth it.
Yeah, and we saw a save earlier, so we know SbF was capable of making the save, but it almost looked like JJ didn't even try to do barrels. Like, he just was like, I'm screwed, so he just killed himself. And then SbF's like, oh, buddy, I'm down here, and then got killed himself. So if it hadn't been for that rocky start, JJ and SbF were really playing well that whole time, but it's hard when you're at a stock deficit. So I think we'll see them again in losers, most definitely. Their team synergy looking really good.
Yeah, they were looking really good on the stage there, especially game 1. They were just having complete dominance over the stage there. But 8BitMan around the ends, he didn't get that gyro setup till when it was necessary.
Yeah.
He constantly had it taunted. He was like, okay, listen, I'm putting all this ledge pressure, and the moment that it happened, he saw the opportunity, he took advantage of it, and he capitalized off of it.
Absolutely, and it looks like sitting down for our